How are you today? Well, today we are going to continue with our unit. We are going to check the past continuous form. And for this occasion, I want you to look at these pictures, please. So please look at these pictures and can you tell me what extreme sports can you do in these places? Do you remember that for Model 1 and Model 2, we check some words about extreme sports, right? So can you remember some of these sports? If you don't remember, take out your green book and look for these vocabulary words. They will be very useful for this lesson, okay? So look at picture 1 and tell me what kind of a sport can you do in this place? What sport do you think? Ice skating, that's right, okay? And look at picture 2. What can you do in this landscape? What do you think? I think maybe you can do a bungee jump. What do you think about that? Maybe it's a fast river and you can do some kayak, or I don't know. But I think a bungee jump could be the most interesting and dangerous sport here. What about picture 3? Diving, right? Maybe it's a cave and you go diving there. And picture 4, what can you tell me about this picture? Maybe you can go climbing. Maybe you can do something like kayak in the river. Okay? I think these are some of the activities that you can do in these different places, right? So, if you open your student's book on page 21, we can see another picture that shows us another extreme activity. So if you can see the word here, it says adrenaline junkies. I can listen for keywords and antonyms. That's what we are going to see in this lesson, right? Now, for exercise number 1, it says put the adjectives below into 3 different groups. Describing people, describing extreme sports, and describing landscapes. Do you remember the meaning of landscapes? Paisajes, okay? Some adjectives can go into more than one group. So I want you to make in a piece of paper 3 different groups, okay? In the first one, you're going to write extreme sports. In the second column, you're going to write, well, people first, second extreme sports, and third landscapes. And you're going to write these adjectives into the 3 different columns. You can repeat some of them, okay? So please use a piece of paper or a post-it to do this activity. Take a few minutes to answer it, and then we are going to check it, okay? So if we check, for the first column for people, we have athletic. We can say athletic people, brave, valiente, impressive, strong, terrifying. What about extreme sports? We can say that extreme sports are risky, spectacular, terrifying, thrilling, okay? These words are something similar. Landscapes, we can say that maybe the picture 1 that I showed you was impressive, maybe remote or spectacular, okay? So here are your answers for the 3 different columns for exercise number 1. So, I think the words are simple, but if you don't understand the meaning of one word, look for this in your dictionaries, okay? In exercise number 2, it says, describe the photo above. Where are the people? What are they doing? What kind of people do you think they are? And use adjectives from exercise 1 to help you, or words from lesson 2A on page 18, okay? So, for example, I think we can say that they are, what do you think about the place? But where are the people? Can you tell me something about the place? I want you to write this description in a piece of paper or in a post-it, please. I think is, I don't know, a very, very high mountain, or maybe are in a helicopter, or maybe they are in a plane. and they are doing a jump. I don't know what's the name of this spectacular jump, okay? But I'm sure that they jump out of a plane, maybe, okay? What about the people? What kind of people do you think they are? For example, I think they are very brave. Son muy valientes, right? They are very brave. They must be athletic because I think because of the height, it's difficult to breathe. So they must be athletic, right? Strong, okay? But the most important thing here, I suppose that they are too brave, okay? What about, it says what kind of people do you think they are, okay? So please write your description of the place and the description about the people in a little piece of paper here, right? Now, it says listening strategy. We are going to do our listening, and it says the information that you need to understand in the recorded text may be expressed different in the task. Listen out for synonyms or keywords in the task. Keywords are content words such as adjectives, nouns, and verbs. Listen out too for ways in which words with the opposite meaning or negative verbs correspond with keywords in the text. Example, it's rather cold today. It isn't very warm today. We won the match. We didn't lose the match. ¿A qué se refiere esto, chicos? Que en lo que les piden, siempre en un listening, va a ser, lo van a escuchar de manera diferente al momento ya de la práctica como tal. Entonces, ¿qué es lo importante aquí? Que sepan reconocer palabra clave, porque eso les va a dar la pauta para acercarse a lo que les están pidiendo y tener menos error. You can see the example. For example, we won the match. We didn't lose the match. It's exactly the same, but they use different words, right? Nos dice exactamente lo mismo, pero de forma diferente. En una dice, ganamos el partido, y en la otra dice, no perdimos el partido. Es lo mismo, okay? That's the same in English. And that's sometimes, or most of the times, makes you to feel confused, right? So we are going to check this listening, and it says, listen to the 6 people talking about base jumping. Write the synonyms or words with the opposite meaning that they use for the underlined words. And we have an example there. Fred loves being in wild, faraway places. And instead of far away, we use remote. Okay, instead of far away, we use remote. So I want you to take 1 or 2 minutes, please, to listen to these sentences and pay attention in those words that are underlined, because these words are the ones who you are going to change in the spaces that you have here. Okay, so you have to be very careful about that. Remember that the video is going to cut, but I'm going to send you the next video, right? So please just read the sentences, and in the next video you are going to listen to the audio.